He once told me I was the best thing that ever happened to him, that he loved my laugh, my kindness, my heart. But all of that changed when I gained weight. Suddenly, none of those things mattered. He dumped me with words that still burn in my memory.
You're not attractive anymore. I deserve better.
He thought breaking up with me would be the end of my story, but it was only the beginning. When I first met Ethan, I wasn't the most confident girl, a careless girl that would always been a little bigger than her classmates, the one who avoided mirrors and hated shopping for jeans. But Ethan, handsome, charming, the star of our business class, chose me. His soft words, charming glances, and attractiveness made me feel like I was more than my insecurities. His kindness and warmth shaped my whole day. His good morning texts and holding of my hands, and oh God, those forehead kisses in public always provided relief to my doubted soul. For the first year, it felt like a dream. But dreams can turn sour. This was a class dinner, as usual it would be. I being the careless about my appearance and choices, I ordered pasta. Same picked up be Ethan, the charm of the class, sitting right across me. He nodded my order and then leaned over me, whispering,
Are you sure you want that? Carbs aren't exactly flattering, babe.
I laughed it off. Another time, he pinched my waist and said,
We need to get you on my gym schedule.
I told myself it was concern, that he cared. But the comments multiplied. When stress hit, exams, internships, I put on a little more weight. It wasn't drastic, but I noticed it. So did he. Life continued with these lovely banters. Sometimes I felt the depth of these. Sometimes I would laugh it off. One Friday night, Ethan took me to a party. His friends were there. Guys who looked like they lived at the gym, girls who looked like they belonged to magazine covers. Contemporary to what I wear, I wore a beautiful black dress. I thought was flattering. I even straightened my hair, did my makeup extra carefully. I wanted to fit in. But halfway through the night, I realized I was being noticed, not for an applaud, but for their gossips. I overheard one of his friends mutter,
Man, seriously, Ethan could do so much better.
I noticed this all with a corner eye. Shockingly, Ethan stood there laughing and staring at me. His laughing eyes pierced my inner self. Instead of defending me, Ethan shrugged.
Yeah, I've been thinking the same.
I froze. My drink trembled in my hand. My heart cracked right there, in a room full of laughter and music. Tearing up the strength which I gathered to walk in here later, I confronted him. Why you had to that?
Look, Amelia, you've let yourself go. You're not the girl I started dating. I need someone who takes care of herself.
And just like that, he ended it. No kindness, no closure, just cruelty. The night, the music and the breeze all stopped. I cried for weeks, my pillow soaked with tears. Self-shattered, I spent many nights staring into my room ceiling with pain, grief, and nothingness. All that happened in front of a lot of people. And yes, people talk. And they talk a lot of bad things. People whispered about it. Some pitied me. Others acted like Ethan's decision made sense. Apart from outsiders, even people close to me chose to hurt me more with words. Like my aunt once said gently,
Maybe this is a wake-up call. Maybe he just wanted the best for you.
Those words shattered me more. Because suddenly, I wasn't just fighting his voice in my head. I was fighting everyone's. I avoided social media, skipped hangouts, hid behind excuses. I hated my body. I hated myself. But one night, sitting in the dark with an empty tub of ice cream, I looked at my reflection in the black screen of my TV and thought, he doesn't get to define me. No one does. It wasn't about winning him back. It wasn't about revenge, at least not at first. The fight was against my own fears, my own thoughts, and for my own sake. It was about taking control, about proving to myself that I could be more than the girl he left behind. The next morning, I laced up old sneakers and went for a walk. Not a run, just a walk. My chest burned, my legs ached, but I felt alive. The day after, I walked again, then again. Those long walks worked. My mental health balanced. Beside walks, I tried on some restrictions for myself. The diet. I swapped soda for water, fast food for home-cooked meals. I started small, baby steps. But for the first time, I wasn't dieting to fit someone else's idea of pretty. I was rebuilding me. There were days I wanted to quit. Days I stepped on the scale and saw no change. Days I cried in the gym bathroom because everyone around me looked like they belonged, and I didn't. Once, I nearly gave up. I saw Ethan post a photo with his new girlfriend, a size 2 blonde with abs like a fitness ad. The caption read, "Finally, someone who matches my lifestyle." It cut deep, but instead of quitting, I used it as fuel. If he wanted someone who matched his lifestyle, fine. I would build a life so far beyond his reach, he'd choke on the sight of it. Life went by long walks, gym, scared thoughts, and sheer determination. All in all, this was me, Amelia Harper. Trainer at the gym noticed me. My determination and discipline compelled her to guide me.
You've got discipline. You just need a plan.
She offered to guide me, for free at first, because she said she saw something in me. Together, we mapped workouts, nutrition, mindset. Week by week, I grew stronger. Not just physically, mentally. Every rep, every drop of sweat felt like shedding his words, peeling off the layers of shame. Months passed. I lost weight, yes. But more importantly, I gained confidence. My skin glowed, my smile returned. I started posting progress photos online, not for validation, but to inspire myself, and people noticed. Comments flooded in. "You look amazing. Your determination is inspiring." For the first time, I wasn't invisible. I was seen. I was appreciated. As I transformed, opportunities opened. Harper encouraged me to try a local fitness photo shoot. Nervously, I agreed. The photographer, after snapping shots, said,
You have presence. Have you considered modeling?
I laughed. The same laugh I once gave Ethan in that cafe. But he was serious. That one shoot led to another. Local brands, then bigger ones. My social media grew. Soon companies were reaching out, asking me to promote activewear, health products, even lifestyle campaigns. I wasn't just losing weight. I was gaining a career. 1 year after Ethan dumped me, I stood in front of the mirror. Same girl, different world. My curves were toned, my posture confident, my eyes alight with fire. The girl he left was gone. The woman I'd become was unstoppable. But little did I know, our paths were about to cross again, and the transformation he sparked by breaking me would leave him speechless. 1 year turned into 2. By then, I had built more than a new body. I had built a new life. My career in fitness modeling was taking off. My social media pages gained tens of thousands of followers. Brands sent me clothes, gyms invited me for workshops, and people I'd never met messaged me saying I inspired them. But the biggest transformation wasn't what the world saw. It was what I saw in myself. The girl who once cried over Ethan's words, she was gone. In her place stood a woman who knew her worth, a woman with personality and confidence. Around that time, I met Daniel. He wasn't from the fitness industry. He was a photographer who specialized in travel and lifestyle. We met during a collaboration shoot for a sportswear brand. While everyone else fussed over lighting and poses, he quietly adjusted my hair and said,
You don't have to try so hard. Just be yourself. That's the shot people will remember.
Something about the way he said it, the calm, the sincerity, made me pause. Most people only saw me as the transformation girl, but Daniel looked at me like I was more than a story. We kept in touch. Coffee turned into dinners, dinners turned into long walks turned into nights, where I laughed so hard my cheeks hurt. For the first time in years, I felt loved without conditions. I fell for him, like myself. It happened on a rainy Thursday night. A former classmate messaged me, Amelia, there's a college reunion this weekend. You should come. I hesitated. Did I want to face the people who once pitied me after Ethan dumped me? Daniel nudged me.
Why not? Show them who you are now. Not for them, for you.
His words gave me strength to again redeem people and face confidently. So I went for the reunion. The venue was a fancy banquet hall, buzzing with chatter. Old friends hugged, music played, memories resurfaced, and then I saw him. Ethan. He was standing near the bar, holding a drink, looking almost exactly the same, except this time he wasn't the star. He looked older, tired, slightly heavier himself. His eyes scanned the room and landed on me. For a moment, he didn't recognize me. His gaze flickered past, then snapped back like a rubber band. His jaw dropped.
Amelia? Is that you?
I smiled politely, standing tall in a sleek dress that hugged the body he once mocked. Hello, Ethan. He blinked, like he still couldn't believe it.
You look incredible. Wow, I almost didn't recognize you.
Most people don't. That's the point. His eyes darted over me. My posture, my confidence, the glow he couldn't comprehend. For once, he was the one fumbling for words. Later that evening, he found me again, away from the crowd.
Amelia, listen, I was a jerk. Back then, I didn't know what I had done. I said things I regret every day. But seeing you now, I can't stop thinking maybe we could.
I stopped him with a raised hand. No, Ethan. You don't get to circle back just because I look different now. You didn't love me when I was vulnerable. You don't deserve me now that I'm strong. His face flushed, and for once he had no comebacks. The rest of the night, people complimented me, asked about my career, took photos. Ethan stood in the background, watching as the girl he dumped for being not attractive was celebrated for everything he couldn't see. Daniel was by my side, hand warm in mine, proud without needing to say a word. That was the sweetest revenge. Not the stares, not the shock, but the fact that I no longer cared about his approval. After the reunion, life only grew brighter. Daniel and I moved in together. He traveled for shoots, sometimes taking me with him. I built a thriving career not just as a model, but as a coach, helping other women find the strength I once thought I didn't have. We turned my journey into a business. Online courses, fitness guides, motivational talks. The same pain Ethan caused became the foundation of my purpose. One evening, months later, Ethan sent me a message.
I hope you're happy. You deserve it.
I didn't reply. Not out of anger, out of peace, because the truth was, I was happy. Happier than I'd ever been. And his words, once knives, now carried no weight. I stood backstage at a fitness expo, minutes before giving a keynote speech to hundreds of people. Daniel squeezed my hand, kissed my cheek, and whispered,
Remember, be yourself. That's the shot they'll remember.
I walked out, lights blinding, applause rising. And in that moment, I realized something powerful. Ethan had dumped me for being overweight. But somehow all this worked out for me, my transformation. The change of life, it saved me. It gave me a career. It gave me confidence. It gave me love. And most importantly, it gave me myself. He thought I wasn't enough, but I was always enough. I just needed to believe it first. Now, every time I look in the mirror, I don't see the girl he left. I see the woman who outgrew him. Sometimes harsh people and harsh words unleash true realities. For me, the true reality is I am strong, I am confident, and I am complete.